Toilet paper, toilet paper. Yo, so a few people were asking me how I did the phone screen effect in my last video. So it was a really simple one to do. First of all, what you're going to need to do is a screen recording of your phone. I believe that the iPhone already has a screen recorder built in, so you're set to go if you've got an iPhone. I've got an Android, so I'm difficult. And for that, I downloaded the app AZ Screen Recorder, and that's a really good app. It's free and really easy, simple to use. If you want to know how to use it, I've put a link down in the description to another video that somebody did. I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but if you go down there and check that video, then it will just show you how to use that app. Very simple and a very good video. So now all you need to do is record a clip of yourself while you're on the phone, using the phone, and at the same time have your screen recorder on as you're doing the motions, and those two together going at the same time. That's all you need to do. Once you've got those two recordings done, bring them back into your editing software and sync both of them up. So the phone screen recording and the actual video clip of you on the phone, bring them back into your editing software so you can sync them up in Adobe. I use Pluralize personally for all my syncing stuff, but I'm pretty sure that you can use both those two clips in Adobe to sync them up with the sound. Alright, so once I synced up the clips with the sound in Pluralize, import them back into Premiere Pro, select both clips, right click and replace with After Effects composition. Alright, so once we're in After Effects, we can rename the clips. Rename the main clip Pav, and the phone, just rename it to phone. Okay, so once we're in here, basically what we want to do is track a part of the movement of my hand or something on the phone. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to come up to Layer, New, Null Object, and then we want to go to the Pav layer, and this is a layer that we want to track. So go to Pav, Animation, Track Motion, and in this little window over here, we want to make sure that the position is ticked. The target is the null object. Go to Options and make sure that Stop Tracking is selected. And finally, what you want to do is with your track point, just make the surface areas a little bit bigger, so the inside surface area and the outside surface area, and then find a point that looks like it will be in the frame for the whole duration of the track. Make these surface areas a little bit bigger so that it's covering the whole of that fingernail, because that's what we want to track. Don't make these too big, because if you do, it will take a lot longer to do the tracking, which if you have time, that's fine. It will probably do it more accurately, but in this instance, it should be fine. Make sure you're at the beginning frame as well. Once all of that stuff is done, all you need to do is just track forward, and it's going to analyze the whole clip forward. I'll just fast forward this bit. So in this case, it looks like it's gone through and tracked all the way without stopping. If it does stop and get lost, then all you need to do is just replace the tracking point back to where you need it to, and then just go here and press play again. In this case, it's gone all the way through and not stopped. So yeah, just making sure that my target is the null object for the tracking data, and press apply. And then once that's done, apply X and Y, click OK. And basically all that's done is just put the null object onto the fingernail and put all the tracking information into that null object, which means for the phone layer, we can now parent that to the null object using this little pick whip icon down here. So just click on that, drag it over to the null, and now when you play through, the phone is now following the motion of the fingernail, which is on the phone. Cool, awesome. That's pretty much what we wanted to achieve. The only other thing that I need to do in this case is just trim up this this phone layer. So just going to go and while selecting the phone layer, just go up here to the rectangle tool and just create a rectangular shape mask. Just go up to here and just crop out all those points that you didn't want to be seen, all the black part. Cool. Once that's done, and you don't have to do this part, but with the phone I actually scaled it on, so just come down here, bottom left, click the stopwatch icon on the scale and go to 0, and then maybe go half a second or just under, and go up to 90 on the opacity, and click both the keyframes, keyframe assistant, easy ease, and all that does is just brings it on to the screen like that. Cool, so once that's done, you can just go back into Premiere Pro and add any sound effects that you might want to add, just to make it a bit more realistic, some clicking of the buttons, some scrolling, stuff like that. And yeah, once that's done, you are done, and this is how the effect looks. Alright guys, I hope you found that video useful, and if you did, as always, please do drop it a like. That will help me out a lot. Subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this in the future, and really the last thing I want to say is just to look after yourself, stay healthy, and I'll see you next time.